Hello beautiful people, thank you so much for tuning in. Today I am reviewing a low D whistle from Dominic Music, and Jimmy Cummings, the maker of this whistle, was actually kind enough to send me one of these whistles to show you guys here on YouTube. Now this whistle, as you can see, comes in this gorgeous velvet, sort of dog's tooth or hound's tooth green case with a nice gold little tie at the top, and inside we have Jimmy Cummings, Dominic Music's PVCU low D whistle. Now PVCU is a little different from PVC. It doesn't actually contain any lead and it is a sustainable material, but it's lightweight, it's fairly affordable to make whistles from PVCU, so that means the price of these whistles is really affordable for any beginners out there or any seasoned players who want to try something new but don't have the extra bucks to spend. These retail at around £45 sterling or roughly 52 euros, including tax. And yeah, he only actually does a low D at the moment, but he is hoping to branch out to other materials and other keys of whistle as well. But today, like I said, I have the low D to show you. So I'm going to zoom in now and give you some close-ups and give you a bit of an overview of the features. So starting at the top, you can see we have a nice mouthpiece here. And the fipple itself is elm, and this is soaked in boiled linseed oil, and then coated with a few coats of a sort of a water-based lacquer to give it that nice finish. It's non-toxic and it's nice and smooth, which means you do get nice smooth notes when you play this, and it feels really comfortable in the mouth. The shape of the mouthpiece again makes it nice and comfortable to play. Moving down, you've got the logo here. This is a sticker on the outside of the whistle, and it's just got the Dominic Music logo. Moving further down, you can see that we do have a straight bore whistle here. Fairly wide bore, but not overly so for a low D. The holes themselves aren't overly large, which is great, although I have noticed on this whistle that the top three holes are a little further apart than some of my other low D whistles. So this low D whistle will require piper's grip on the top and bottom hands. There is quite a large spacing between the fifth and sixth hole here, so you may need to just practice a little there to get the grip here, but once you're settled with that, this is a great whistle to play. Now there are a few quirks of this whistle that do make it a little more rustic than some others I've tried. For example, the blade here isn't perfectly straight across the front. The finger holes could have done perhaps with a little bit of sanding, but if you aren't too bothered by the tiny little details and the overall aesthetics of the instrument, then this whistle sounds absolutely amazing, especially having only paid £45. I'm going to give you a quick play and just give you an idea of how responsive and how beautiful, rich and warm the sound is that you can get from this whistle. Okay, on to the pros and cons. I'll start with the pros. This whistle is very, very lightweight. So for those of you that struggle to use heavier metal low whistles, find your arms or wrists or fingers aching, that won't happen with this whistle. It is really, really lightweight. It's nicely balanced. The head isn't overly heavy in comparison to the rest of the body, so that's nice. It feels easy to play. It's not overly large, so there's no sort of stretching of your hands to get around the whistle, which is great. It's beautifully responsive all the way through. Those notes are really, really easy to reach. You don't need a lot of air. You don't need a lot of push. And the top notes on this whistle are super sweet and soft. It's got that beautiful all-round warmth to the tone, and I really love that. The mouthpiece, again, is comfortable in your mouth. The actual wooden fipple, as I've said, is coated with this non-toxic lacquer, so it's waterproof. So you don't have all the problems of kind of caring for the wooden fipple. You don't have to worry about it too much because it is doing its thing. You don't need to worry about caring for it like you would with some other whistles. But yeah, overall, really, really impressed. One thing I do like as well is that the notes on this do have a lot of strength throughout the whole whistle. So the low notes aren't lost, the high notes are still sweet. And sometimes when you find a whistle that's really responsive, the high notes tend to overpower everything else. As I've said, this is a balanced whistle, so you do have good volume on the low notes and the cross-fingering notes, and you've also got that beautiful, sweet sounding high range of notes as well. As for the cons, there really aren't many cons whatsoever. My only downside, I suppose, would be having to use the double piper's grip, but that is purely a case of I'm not used to doing that, and I would need a bit of time with this whistle just to get to know how to play it properly and how to play it to the best of my ability. I do find the finger stretch on the top 3 holes quite wide for my fingers, but I don't have overly large hands, to be honest. And I do have quite slender fingers, so that's usually my problem. But I just need a little more time with this whistle in order to be able to get used to covering the holes effectively in order to be able to play all the notes as beautiful as they should be played. Perhaps it is a little bit rustic looking in places, but that just adds to the handmade charm. As long as you guys don't mind that, then well, it's never been a problem for me. I quite like that in my whistles. Can't fault the case. I love it. It's cute. It's stylish. It doesn't offer a lot of protection, but it does keep your whistle nice and clean. And it's great for transport as well. So yeah, that is the James Dominic music whistle in low D made by Jimmy Cummings. If you guys would like to try one of these yourself, you can actually, he sent me some details, you can actually find him on facebook.com/James Dominic Music. I will link that in the description below so you guys can click through. There are also email and telephone details in the description below as well if you guys want to contact him. This video isn't sponsored. I haven't been paid to make this. I've just been sent the whistle and given you guys my opinions, so I hope that was useful for you. I will be doing a video in future just demonstrating all my low D whistles side by side for you guys to enjoy, so do stay tuned for that sometime after Christmas. Until next week, happy whistling. Thanks for watching. Check me out on Ko-fi and Patreon if you guys haven't already, and I will see you soon. Bye.